DIY Dad here. Right, today we're going to do some conkers. Now I don't know if anybody else that's kind of my kind of age, around their 40s, remembers what we did in school. We didn't have laptops, we didn't have phones, we didn't have any of these things. We had conkers. I remember at this time of the year it was like a battle, a real battle of who could get the best conker and who could win. So we've been out on a walk yesterday, we've collected loads of conkers. Well, that's actually a sweet chestnut, that one. So maybe we should try and bake that in front of the fire. No, yeah. So we collected loads of conkers. The kids were actually opening them and they had lots of fun. They'd never even heard of this, and I bet lots of kids have never ever done this. But it's quite fun. Maybe slightly dangerous nowadays, I don't know. So, pick a conker. This is how I do it now. I used to just get like a meat skewer or something and stab it through, and that's still an option. I've actually got a little drill bit here, and I've been drilling them by hand. So I just put the drill bit in, push it in, and then just spin the drill bit by hand, because conkers are pretty sort of soft really, aren't they? You can see it spinning the bits of inside of conkers out. So that's what happens with a drill bit when you drill a bit of wood, and sometimes you have to actually pull the stuff out of the drill bit out. There we go, just so it doesn't clog up and allows it to drill. So we're nearly all the way through. There we go, we're through. I'll spin it a bit. There we go, and then we've got a hole. Then we've got a hole all the way through our conker. Then just need some string. Cut a piece of string off. Thread it through the hole. Now I remember with conkers, one of the big problems was always the knot pulling through the bottom. That's how a lot of people would lose the game. So you have to put about 20 knots in the bottom. So you just keep knotting it until you've got a giant knot. So I even considered putting something like a bit of plastic on the bottom to stop it pulling through. Now, I don't know if that would be considered cheating nowadays, probably. And there was always that cheating thing about conkers. They had, people would bake them in the oven to make them harder, or they would do other weird things like, I don't know, they'd put them in vinegar and all these things were to make your conkers harder, and they were cheating. And my personal favourite was leaving it in your Lego box for a year, and it would go rock solid. Yeah, and that would make it into a fantastic conker for the next year. But like I said, all of that kind of thing was probably considered cheating at the time. Right, there we go, I've got a great big knot. And there we go, we have a conker. So I've made a load of these with the kids, and they've been desperate to play it. So we've been slowly bashing each other's conkers trying to win. Nobody's actually won anything yet. I actually forgot how long it takes to break a conker, unless you're really hitting it hard. But that's it. That's the game of conkers. Something which most kids nowadays won't know anything about.